Hey y'all. I'm sorry I'm running late here tonight. And it was not on purpose to where I was running late. I just had to eat some dinner and stuff. Hopefully everybody's 4th of July was well. Um as of right now, I am actually doing some work right now, as you guys can see. Um but I got a new business hat. I'm wearing it as of right now for this YouTube live, and I just got it today. So it's a blessing. God has been good, and hopefully He'll stay being good and doing good for our Savior here. And with that being said, I did not intend to be late. I was trying to get actually on here fast enough to where I could discuss, some things and talk about some things. But it didn't intend to work. It didn't intend to work out the way I wanted it to work out. It didn't, it just didn't know it didn't attend. And as of right now, with this being Monday, tomorrow there will be another live, um, but it will be at 7 o'clock. I just was late. I was trying to get on here about you know 6:30, but I had to eat dinner and then I had to go use the restroom. So, for that being said, you got to take care of some things. You got to take care of personal business, before you can do certain things. And I had to do what I had to do. So again, I wasn't intending to be late. I didn't do it to be, on purpose. But there's some things that you gotta, keep in mind, that you got some things that you want to take care of before you go and do something else. With that being said, hopefully everybody's 4th of July was well. I know mine was well. I did a lot of fireworks with friends and neighbors, and I also did it with the church. And you know, and I got a gift from my pastor, and he'll get it probably Wednesday. He'll probably wind up getting it for service, church service. So I just, like I said, I did not intend to be late. I didn't do it on purpose or anything. So and that's part of the live, that you gotta do your things, and you gotta do you gotta take care of the business. I'm gonna see if I can't share this right quick to where I'm at. I'm gonna do it to my business Facebook. But hopefully everybody is having a good 4th of July, or hopefully everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. I know for a fact that I did. I enjoyed every minute of it, and stuff. So it's a blessing when you can take care of some things, and you can get to do it and know about it, especially. And when you can get more and more people to where they watch and stuff, it'll help out a lot too. And and it can do a lot, but it won't change a lot like you like you want it to do. But you can definitely get to where you need it to be and where you want it to be. And it's not going to be all that. It's not going to be that easy, but it can be that easy if you need it to be that easy. So, you just got to think about it the way you want to think about it, but don't take it to where you can speed the process up. I mean, yeah, it could work that way, but it ain't gonna be like, you know, that type of ordeal. And see, I've been remodeling the church, so I know a little bit of stuff, and I'm still learning, a little bit at a time. And that's what it takes is a little bit at a time. Each step you'll get, each step you'll know that it is just something that you can't just pick up and know how to do stuff and certain things. But as I get into the business and do more and more of little things, I do want to be able to know every little step. Like, I don't care what it is. I want to know how to do it. And, so if somebody says, "Oh, have you done this before?" I can be like, "Oh, yeah, I've done that." But, it just takes time, like I say, because when you do it, it just takes a little bit of that time. And you can pick and choose where you're going to be at. But with me being my own boss, I can't pick and choose. I can pick and choose where I'm at. Like, I can pick and know what jobs I have because I do my own schedule. It's all located on this computer. I pick and choose where I am, where I think I'm gonna be, where I might wind up being, and that just comes into that. It's not all, what you think it could be. It's not you can think that it's gonna be this easy, that easy, this, that, and the other thing, because you want it to be a little bit easier than what you think the job could be. That's the biggest thing, and I'm gonna tell you, all jobs are gonna be different. They're not gonna be the same. Especially, I charge I charge hourly, so I can get a phone call and be like, "Yeah, I don't really charge. I just charge hourly, and you guys are in charge of how much pay I get. I leave whoever." That might leave somebody to where they might think that it's okay to take an advantage of you. Like, you might get a job done and they might not even pay you. That's what that you got. That's that area that you really gotta follow and be in that type of ordeal and think about where you're gonna be at, because not every job, like I say, is gonna be the same. It's not even gonna be. You might not know what it might be, and you might do baseboards, you might do plumbing, you might do rewiring, but and doing all kinds of electrical work. Those of you might do that. I don't do electrical. I don't even do plumbing. The small things is what I do. Small repairs, stuff that I'm familiar with, like caulking, like little areas. I can caulk. I can paint the walls. I can, if they really wanted it, I could scrape a ceiling and paint the ceiling. That's just I can do that. But but with a paint gun and texture and everything, that can be up to somebody else. I'm not gonna be the one that fools around with retexturing. But if it's a roller, I can repaint with a roller the ceiling. It's a whole nother ordeal. Now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I do. Sometimes Mondays, like right now, I'm on my computer. Tomorrow night, I'll be on my phone. So I switch. There might be one night that I'm on the computer, one night I'm on my phone. But every Monday nights I'm gonna be on my computer. Every Tuesday nights I'll be on my phone. So I'll get way more tomorrow night about 7 o'clock. I'll be on here about 7:30. Um, just you got to keep a lookout. So, um, like earlier, I tried to get on here as fast as I could, but I had to eat dinner. I had to do all kinds of little intersections here and stuff like that. But you know, you can um, what's the word? You can edit, but it's not going to be easy. I picked it up. I had to watch YouTube videos on how to do it though. What I what I try to do is write down what I'm going to talk about, and then go off on a piece of paper about it, talk about it. But it doesn't always, But all jobs are going to be different. They're not going to be the same. Now, in lawn care, if you guys do lawn care, it's going to be where you do it over and over and over again. That's the reason why I quit lawn care. I never got the chance to talk about why I quit lawn care, but it's one of the reasons is because you just did the same yards over and over again. With this type of business, you're not going to have the same career. You're not going to have the same job. Jobs will switch up. They'll call you and be like, "Yeah, you're doing this. You're doing that. You're changing this up. That's the whole other object." Okay, so it could be to where you can actually know what you're doing, but it's not going to be that easy whenever you're because, like I said, the one reason why I quit lawn care is one, it was hot, and you were doing the same yards over and over again. Like you would mow them once a week and then do them again, mow once a week, do it again. This job here, you're going to do it every once in a while. Like if something breaks, they'll call you and you go back over and fix it again. But it's easy. It's a little process. It's not like a big process to where you got to pitch a fit and then leave a job. That's not the whole ordeal. Now I'm gonna tell you, I did talk to my sister about going live with me. She did say she was gonna do it. I didn't wasn't talking about tonight. I was talking about a few other weeks. So probably next week sometime she'll probably be on here. I'm gonna probably say Tuesday night she'll probably be on here. I'm not talking about this week. I'm talking about the following week. So she'll probably be on here. So just keep a watch, keep an eye out, because she'll probably be on here as well. We'll introduce her. She has been on here before, but that was with the other youngins. Um, so it's gonna be her and probably a friend of hers. She'll probably be on here as well. So just keep an eye out for that. It won't be in my office. It will not be in this office. It will be in her room. So I will not be in the office when we do the other live next week. So don't act all um, confused where you're at. It's going to be in her room. It's just not going to be in the office. So I did talk to her. She was down for it. So we're gonna because I do have two microphones. So she'll have one, and probably her friend will probably share a mic with her. If I had three, it would be all three of us. But I only have two microphones. She's just gonna have to share with my sister, and I'll have mine right here. So um, it's just a whole, and it's for the business, but I'm going to actually, interview my sister on this YouTube live. And like I said, she has been on here before or once before, and so you'll get to see her. If you want questions or ask questions, you can do so with that. Um, and then hopefully everybody's 4th of July was wonderful and went well. I know I did. We did a lot of fireworks at the church, and then Brother Chili, he was at the church. He come down Friday and he did some preaching. He's a good guy. He was in the Vietnam War, and that was a blessing. So, and I was glad that I got to meet him because I don't think I've ever met him before. So I was actually glad that I met him because he was in the Vietnam, and I told him thank you for his service, and he said no problem. So, and he doesn't probably get that from too many people um, when he walks around or whatever. So, um, we did that, and then we got rained out for the Bible tent. We got rained out on that, so I had to come home early, take a shower, and get ready for that firework. So that was a blessing. And Brother Chili, like I said, he's a good guy, and And those of you that want to watch the church, they go live every Wednesday nights, every Sunday night, and stuff like that. So, if of course, if you want to watch that, you guys are more than welcome to do that, and do so. And I'm gonna fix this right quick. So it's a blessing on what all you can do for whatever it is. And and of course, the business hat here is new. I just got it today. Um, and then I got a new phone case coming um, Friday, so that'll be here. So that's gonna be a line. It's gonna be a bright green color on the phone. So those of you that are looking for that are looking forward to it, because I've known just about every single one of you on the YouTube for a long time, and I just enjoy doing the YouTube uh, and talking to you guys. It's just a blessing, and if I can ever, work up the time to get a GoPro and set it up, and go to work, and show you what all I do, I would do it. Um, right now, I'm in the actual process of trying to get business cards made up as well, and trying to go out and give them away, give the word of mouth, so that way I could actually. Because right now I do it. I'm sitting here in the office and I work on the computer, do paperwork, this, that, and the other all day. But then that's not at the same time, that's not, getting anything done. If I got on a bike with a trailer and all my tools and ladders and stuff like that and just going around the neighborhood and handing out business cards with all that stuff on the trailer, I would do so. But right now I'm having the time getting this business going. I'm just sitting here at the computer. Now I might put another ad out tonight so you guys could, watch it. But I got to figure out how I'm going to go about that because I forget how I did that. And if I can do it more often, put an ad out for this business, and people, watch it and see how I do and what it's about, maybe I'll start getting phone calls when I do that. But then again, I kind of want to put it on Google, you know, get a business page going on Google so that way my number's there, they can call it. But I don't know how to go about that. So the only thing that I'm really on is Facebook and YouTube for social media. And I do have a business page. It's just you just have to see it yourself. If you guys want to be friends or whatever, you guys can go on there. You're safe. Really, for social media, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. This, and it's a good start once you if you can get to doing it. It's a good start. Don't get me wrong, and it is a good, it's a blessing. God lets me. It's a good blessing. God lets me do it, and it's a here and there, good ordeal, and you know and my sister, I'm grateful to have. If she ever has something that she needs fixed, she'll probably wind up coming to me. My grandpa will probably wind up coming to me, um, for whatever he needs help with, and my dad, he might, wind up coming to me as well. And then, of course, people that go to the church may wind up calling me and giving me some work. And if I got that going on, that would be, and if God blesses me with that, I'll be grateful because everything that happens today relies on God. We don't have to be living, but God wants us to live. And I'm living right now for Jesus. That's the only thing I got to say is that the only reason why I'm living is because I'm living for Jesus and I'm living for God. And I'm going to go to the right place because I'm washed in the blood and I'm going to heaven. When it comes to my time, I'm going to heaven. I ain't going nowhere else but heaven because it's my time to go. And I'm washed in the blood. So, And that's all I gotta have is faith that I'll be going to heaven, and that's what I got. Because I read that Bible and I seek into that Bible. Every time I wake up, I get into that Bible and I read it. I have the Bible on the computer. I have the Bible on my phone. And when I open that Bible, my phone preaches it to me, and I'm falling around on them words. And like I said, I'm washed in the blood. So where I go is where I'm going. So amen on that one is what I say. So God bless y'all, and stay tuned for more, YouTube. Um, and stay tuned for more of JD's home improvements. And I'll catch you tomorrow night at about 7:30. So stay tuned.